What's the juiciest piece of gossip you have? What's going on? Welcome back. This is Kevin. I get it. You're watching this and you're just like, man, I know that feeling. You don't want to journal. You don't want to journal by yourself. You need a little bit of help. So how can I help you? First of all, welcome to Freestyle Fire Journal. Can't wait to have you guys here. Have you guys ever had trouble kind of journaling by yourself? You hate the feeling of journaling by yourself, or maybe you can't find the motivation to journal every single day. I know for me, like, it's pretty interesting. I have this 5-minute journal since I've had since 2018. It's almost 2020, and that should tell you how often I journal. And even today, when I was thinking about picking up this journal, I was just like, man, I really don't want to do it today. But you know, one thing I learned about journaling is that when I do it, I never regret it. It's something that I look forward to every single day. Now, if you guys are new to Freestyle Fire Journal, it's basically a series where I read from one question a day, this journal over here, where I read one prompt every single day and answer that question. And if you want to follow me, you can actually go to refugiehustle.com/journal and you can pick up your copy and follow along as well. But even if you don't pick up the journal, you can join me by commenting below your answers as well. A lot of times we think journaling has to be like Dear Diary and write a 10-page essay. We don't gotta do that, fam. We can just do it with 1 or 2 lines below, and let's make this a positive place. Make sure to like other people's comments, engage. I'm gonna be hearting in there, and yeah, let's get this started. And of course, shameless plug of the day, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it, guys. All right, so today is July 31st, and it asks, what is the juiciest piece of gossip you have? Juicy gossip, man, I don't know. I'm not a high schooler anymore. I don't know, back before, I think my pre-30s, I used to gossip quite a bit. We used to talk about, oh my God, did you hear this? Or did you hear that? It was just a form of entertainment, especially when I was in pharmacy school. You would hear so many damn stories about people gossiping or people freaking fucking up and stuff. But now that I'm older, you know what's so funny? Even though we did it so much back in the day, it was I can't remember any of those stories, because guess what? None of those stories are really relevant. It's kind of interesting, you know, how much time we kind of wasted gossiping. And maybe when I say that we spent a lot of time, I don't think we spent that much time on it. But you know, you always hear these stories like, oh shit, this person did what? Holy crap. Like even today, my friends sent me an article about, you know, Dan Locke and how he couldn't make payments on his, he's getting sued because he couldn't make payments on his apartment. It's like those stories which kind of catch your eye. They have a really good hook, they have a good twist, and they have a little bit of unbelievableness in it. And so one of the things I've been learning to do better is actually tell better stories, not so much gossip and talk about other people. Although, you know, it's natural, it's humans. We all like to talk about what other people are doing, especially when you're in the business world. And even though I'm not in school anymore, me and my friends, we don't gossip or talk about other people that often. Every once in a while, there are lessons that you can learn from other people. I think that's important. You should learn the stories of other people and stuff. And I got an interesting story for y'all that's related to business, right? So about a year ago, when I started on one of my accounts for high ticket closing or high ticket sales or inbound closing, which you guys are hitting me up all the time about, but we actually, I just started an account. And at this time, this company, it was relatively new. It was starting up. So, you know, whenever you're working with a new company, the systems aren't always necessarily there. They don't have the best, like, they don't have the best security and all that. And so they would literally just give us their Stripe account, right? And that's how we would process payments. It'd be kind of janky on the back end. The user would never see it. And what we do is we collect credit card payments over the phone. Now, I know that you guys are like, wow, you're collecting credit card numbers over the phone. It's actually not as risky as you think it is. Honestly, it's a credit card. You should never pay with your debit card online, in my opinion. People do it, but like for me, I would never pay with a debit card because it's hard to reverse that transaction if it turns out that you're not happy with the service or anything like that, or if it's a scam. It's a great way to protect yourself. But I'm getting away from something. My main point where, yeah, so we were learning all these processes, and At the time, I was brand new at closing. I really sucked. I think it was almost a month on the account. I barely popped any sort of deals or closed anyone, even though the leads were fire back then, right? How other people said it, and people were just running circles around me. Fun fact, I almost got terminated off this account because of my lack of performance, right? And that goes to show you, when you're trying to do something great, if you're trying to get good at something, you need to put in the reps. There's no avoiding it as well. So there was that. And I remember one day my friend, who was also on the account with me, was like, Kevin, you wouldn't believe this. I'm like, what happened? What happened, XYZ, right? And he was like, dude, I just spoke to the sales manager and he's panicking. I was like, oh shit, why? What happened? So get this. Turns out this person who was closing for the team, actually, funny fact, came from the high ticket closing community. I never met this person. I never interacted with this person. But instead of using the client's account, so the client's account, he would actually build his own Stripe account. Get this, he built his own Stripe account. What fucking sleazeball. He fucking built his own Stripe account and gave people access to the program. So the client was not only getting dinged for one like not only getting dinged, he was actually pretty much gifting out intellectual property. And when they found out and there were multiple payments and stuff, they had to essentially bite the bullet, and because they were getting charged more and more over the product's price and stuff too. So for example, if something was like a few thousand, they would charge like 6,000. So they had to do damage control. To be honest, I never knew what happened to this person, but it just goes to show you, dude, there's a lot of people you can't trust. And I learned a lot of great lessons during that time. It's like, when you have any sort of salespeople or any sort of revenue impacting accounts, when you give someone, like, and if you're a marketer, if you're giving someone an ad account, you're handing them quite a bit of responsibility. And it's so funny, these people that are still my clients to this day, they did not take any precautions. They just accepted everyone with open arms, and it was just really hilarious that someone would do that. It's just so unprofessional. It's so unbelievable. What the client said was that they're going to sue this person for theft, and that's when we actually enacted like NDAs and non-competes and all that sort of stuff. So it's really, really funny. But that was my juicy gossip of the day. That was like when I was first like starting closing and stuff. And to that day, that is the only story that kind of reminds me of like, wow, there's some fucked up shit in the world, especially in the business world. So that's my story. If you liked it, let me know. But let me ask you this: what are some juicy gossip? What is the best? What's the freaking question? Yeah, I always forget. What's the juiciest piece of gossip you have? But when I think gossip, I'm just like, damn. Like, I think of Missy Elliott, Gossip Folks, that old ass song. But what's a cool kick-ass story that you want to tell? I would love to get entertained by your stories. Make sure to journal below with me. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode of the Freestyle Fire Journal, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay tuned about these daily videos I've been dropping. It's been fire, it's been fun, and all that. So keep journaling, guys. It has a lot of great benefits. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.